Alright, what up YouTube? So if you don't know, it's Crow. I hadn't posted a video in a while, so I'm gonna do a quick video. I'm at work, so I can't do as detailed of a video as I want to. I will come back and do another detailed video on cards, but that's what I just want to touch on a little bit today. Again, most of my videos are geared for newer players, don't know what they're getting into. Just kind of give them a little bit of a rundown. So comic cards are available through Dimension Rifts, which I can open one, but you see I don't have any extra rifts open right now. So you got this little box with the 3 lines at the top right. You click that, it brings up one of your main menus. You got cards in your second column on the 3rd row. You see it says card. Bring it up here, those are the cards you have equipped. When you look at them, they got stars on them with the color behind it. So the red with the 6 stars is a mythical card. You get that from just leveling them up. It takes 6 cards to make one of the next. So if you got 1-star cards, I don't have any. I might have to open a rift just to show it. You see, I got 3 1-stars right now. So I need 6 to make a 2-star. Then I need 6 2-stars to make a 3, 6 3s to make a 4, 6 4s. So I'm getting my numbers confused. 6 4s to make a 5, 6 5s to make a 6. So when you're doing your cards, what you want to look at the most on your card effects, all these resists, you don't want those. They're in the second column. I actually don't have any on, surprisingly. But the fire resist, cold resist, lightning resist, poison resist, and mind resist. You don't want any resists. These 3 below HP aren't really necessary. They are helpful. You know, they're a lot more helpful than a resist is. Resist is, if you have a resist on a card, it's pretty much garbage. Don't even bother with it. Now, what the stats you want are fairly the same. My main, I'm actually focusing on more of the max HP, just because I like PvP mode. Whether it be Alliance Conquest, Time Battle, Timeline Battle, Battle World, stuff like that. Most people like PvE, which is your Alliance Battle Extreme, and well, Alliance Battle and Extreme mode. GVR, World Boss Ultimate, World Boss, any of that's your PvE. When it comes to your PvE builds, your cooldown duration down here at the second column at the bottom, cooldown duration, I'm currently at 21.9%. The max you want to get is 36%. The stat itself maxes out at 50%, but if you're in an alliance with max stats, shout out to Army of Light, by the way, since I'm sitting here looking at them. Alright, so this alliance is level 30. And you see all the extra bonuses you get. Decreased skill cooldown at the very bottom, 14%. So 50 minus 14 is 36. So in order to max your skill cooldown, you want 36% off your cards. Now this can be kind of hampered a little bit with your ISOs. Well, I ain't gonna say hampered. It can be helped with your ISOs. 21.9%. I'm probably leaning a whole lot towards my skill cooldown attack set. I believe that's Hawkeye, if I remember right. I had to go back and look. ISOs will be another video. I'll shoot that later. But anyway, so skill cooldown is your most important one. You want that maxed. Then in your first column, second to last stat, ignore defense. It maxes out at the same point. You want another 36. So just like the skill cooldown, it maxes at 50, but your alliance gives you, your alliance gives you 14%. Or am I tripping? I thought ignore defense give you. Alright, so apparently I ain't looked at alliance in a while. Anyway, so you want to ignore defense, maxes out at 50. You want to get that as close as you can. Again, you can use ISOs to help with that. Some custom gears actually have ignore defense on there to help with that. So skill cooldown, ignore defense. Your next important thing is right above the ignore defense, all attack. Then after that is your energy attack, then your physical attack, then your crit damage, your crit rate, and your HP. The only reason attack, I don't really agree with attack speed being super important, is that's on a tune by tune basis. Some tunes you want fast attack speed, that being that maybe they don't have iframes And if you got a max cooldown and a fast attack speed, you can hurry up and hit all your skills back and forth, back and forth. On the opposite side of that, with your attack speed, if you have somebody like Quicksilver, who's almost all iframe, if he has a low attack speed, he stays in his iframe longer. So let's say the attack takes 8 seconds, and he's iframing for the 8 seconds. Well, if your attack speed is maxed out, that 8 seconds all of a sudden is like 4 seconds. And right now I'm just kind of making up numbers to explain it. I'm not going to say the numbers are correct. But let's say the attack's 8 seconds of iframe. If your attack speed's maxed out, all of a sudden it's only 4 seconds. Well, that's only 4 seconds that he's in an iframe. Now he can be targeted. If he's got a longer attack speed, less attack speed, so he's in his attack longer, he's gonna get the full 8 seconds worth of the iframe. So attack speed is important, but at the same time, you kind of want to look at it on a tune-by-tune basis. This is my alt account, so all my numbers are kind of low on this account. I'm still working on it. So like I said, attack speed is important, but you kind of want to look at it tune-by-tune basis. You don't want to max it out and everybody be maxed out on attack speed. And honestly, Quicksilver's the prime example of it. Is the slower if you go Quicksilver versus Quicksilver, the slower Quicksilver is actually the one that's going to win. I know that sounds ridiculous, but the slower attack speed Quicksilver will beat out a faster attack speed, because the slower one's going to be in his iframe a lot longer. By the time he comes out of his iframe, his skills will cool down, he's right back into his iframe again. So that's where you kind of want to look at it. And when you're building your tunes, you can literally come in, this is where it looks to be important on your set bonuses. So you see I get some cooldown duration right here. But then take, I think Power of Angry Hulk, I'm sorry. It gives me the ignore defense. See how that works? Overdrive. Overdrive is, me personally, Overdrive is probably the real main attack ISO set you want, just because once you get your car set up, it's going to help boost you the rest of the way. Whereas Hawkeye, let's say you got Hawkeye on all your tunes. Well, then fast forward a year from now and you get all your cards where you want them at, and your skill cooldown is maxed out. Well, now you got Hawkeye on everybody. Once your Hawkeye is on everybody, you can go to your detail page right here about the stars, in case you didn't see it. Right here, it says Thanos and it has 6 red stars, details. You click on that. Again, working on my car, so ignore the low cooldown there. But if they turn yellow, see if I can find somebody who's yellow. Come on, somebody be over max on something. There you go. Alright, so Shannon Rogers, you see her cooldown duration is yellow. Alright, so the max is 50%. If you check this little box in the corner down here, shows you how much you're over. So my cooldown duration is over by 1.74. My crit damage is over by 2.76. So as of right now, I'm wasting those. I'm wasting that 1.74 and I'm wasting that 2.76. To me, those numbers aren't really that high. I just got done with taking Sandman level 70 on my main, and I think it was my cooldown duration. I was maxed and I was over by like 14%. That's a little too much. At that point, you're gonna start looking at your 4th gear custom. You're gonna start trying to get some of that stat off of them. You're wasting a lot. You could be doing something else with. Anyway, so back to the cooldown, to the cards. You got your, looking at the cards, you got the name of the card stuff at the top. You got your 6 stars, and the red means it's mythic. Each level's got its own. So the gray 1 star is normal. It's just like your dimension rifts and just like rewards and stuff. So green star is advanced. The blue 3 star is rare. 4 star, which I don't have any. 4 star purple is heroic. 5 star orange is legendary, and then 6 star red is mythic. Alright, so y'all may notice the numbers next to the stars. So like, let's say right here, this Iron Man Civil War card. It's got 5 stars and it's orange, so it's legendary. It's not maxed all the way out yet. And you see that 4 that's inside that little icon? That's usually referred to as the quality level of the card. So you hear somebody say, you want a quality 7 of this, or your quality 4 of this needs to be working. The quality level is that number right there. The number 4 balances out to the stat percentage. So So if you look over here, like the orange stats, recovery rate and all defense, it's 8% when it's at 4. On a, do I have a level 7? No, I don't. I have this. Obviously I don't have it equipped because of the resist. Anyway, 9.5% at 5. You get 7 where that 5 is. These 9.5s on your all attack and physical defense, that 9.5 becomes an 11%. So that's what that number affects, how much of a percentage you're getting right here. Anytime you get a card, I'm sure I probably got plenty locked. I got cards locked for the card collection. Again, I'll go in and I'll show all that when I do the more detailed video. But like this MODOK card, he's got crowd control time and mind resist, has an orange stat. The orange stats don't change. It doesn't matter how many times you level these cards up, these orange stats aren't going to change. The only thing that'll change will be those percentages. That's 7%, 7%. That'll change. If they have resist right here, like this MODOK card, this is garbage. Do not equip this. These blue stats down here, this fire resist, cold resist, and this physical defense, they'll change. Every time, like when I take it to 6-star, they'll change. And then when I combine them at 6-star, they'll change again. You can actually hit the little question mark next to it, and it shows you what could roll right there for it. So while these stats are good, you know, HP, dodge ain't too bad for PvP, your crit damage, ignore defense are 2 of your main stats you want. You got your attack speed and your cooldown, which ain't too bad. I usually try to avoid these little green activation rates on my cards. I'm not a big fan of them. I'm not sure they really make that big of a difference to take up a spot that I could be using for cooldown or something. But those are the ones you really want to make sure you get. Recovery rate, all defense. So even with the blue stats, MODOK, getting the chance of getting a good roll on that's going to be garbage, and he's got the orange resist, so you really don't want that. So what you want to do with these cards, once you get them to 6-star, like I said, you got to take, I'm going to go hit open a rift in a minute and show y'all cards. Once you upgrade them, you get your 6 5-stars, you upgrade that to a 6-star. So now you come down here, and I'm not going to do it because I got the 3 cards I got locked. Let's say like this Loki card. I'm currently trying to roll a good Loki card to put on. So you see this blue button down here at the bottom. So you see energy attack, ignore defense, cooldown, max HP, fire resist, energy defense. Right below that it says combine. That's what everybody refers to as reroll. So if anybody says I'm trying to reroll this, and the same with your custom gears, I'm trying to reroll this for that. You come to your combine and you would just pick a card. I'm not actually going to do it because I don't want to waste that card right now. You put it in there and you hit that green button where it says combine for 50,000 gold. When you do that, it'll give you this card, but it'll change the stats. It'll change that quality level. So that 5 may change to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Or just like everything else in the game, it's RNG. There's no real way to guarantee it. Same with the blue stats. No way to RNG. There's no way to guarantee what you're going to get right here. So cards take a long time to get where you really, really want them to be at. Again, make sure you're focusing on, where am I at? Make sure you're focusing on cooldown duration, ignore defense, all attack, energy attack, physical attack, crit damage, crit rate, attack speed, HP. Attack speed, HP kind of, again, the attack speed, you kind of want to do that on a tune by tune basis. HP ain't really important unless you're doing PvP. Most PvE stuff, GBR, ABX, you're looking at just trying to max out your damage. That's why glass cannons like Cable, Gambit, Sharon Rogers are all awesome at PvE. Because they're glass cannons, they can deal a lot of damage, but they can't take it. That's why they're not too good at PvP. Gambit's not quite, I kind of like my Gambit in PvP on my main anyway. Alright, so let me go open a rift. Be nice if somebody opened one for me. Alright, so I opened it, automatically rolled a Ronin. See where I got the yellow check mark next to auto search? I can come down here to search again. I can pick anybody I want out of the Rift people. So you got Loki, MODOK, Yondu, I'm sorry, not Yondu, Mary Poppins, Groot, Nebula. I can't tell who that is, he's too invisible for me to really see him. Ant-Man, Ultron, Angel, Wasp, Yellow Jacket, Giant Man, Warpath, and Bishop. I know some people trying to get him, so I'm gonna pick Giant Man. 32,500 to search again. So it's going to take me 10 rolls. Hopefully I find them in the first 10. And I did not. So now it's 82,000. So now my gold went up. Alright, so I got them on that roll. That's cool. Now I'm going to open that up. Now, the level, y'all can see the green line I got at the top right here above Giant Man's head. That's the level of rift you have. So this particular account is only at an advanced rift. VIP level's real low. Maybe a 2 or 3. I think a 3. Yeah, VIP 3. If you have anybody in your alliance or on your friends list that's an orange rift or a red rift, both of those give extra cards on top of the cards that come with it. So like Giant Man's got cards that come out of it anyway. If he's legendary or mythic, he gives you extra cards. Mythic gives you extra biometrics. It'll give you the Giant Man biometrics, but then it'll give you a random biometric for each run. These level 10, 20, level 30, level 40, level 50, and level 60. They change your percentages as far as what you put in. So I think level 10 gives you like 1.3 or 1.8, something like that. I usually almost always go to number 6. It gives you 3.4%. I'm gonna clear it 10 times. This is my alt. I'm still kind of finicky with my resources as far as my clear tickets and stuff. Alright, so you get these little uniform upgrade kits, which you need them anytime once you start leveling up uniforms. You're taking them all the way to mythic. I get my Giant Man biometric, dimension debris, which helps leveling up. There's a card I get. Each rift has a set card it gives you anyway. So Giant Man gives you Ant-Man and the Wasp comic, always. Angel gives you, go up in here, go back to my cards. Alright, these are not my own cards. This is just literally like a library of cards you can get. So this is available in Dimension Rift, Drax on, Drax off. So if you get that invisible guy that I couldn't really see earlier and open his rift, you'll get this card from it. Groot comes from the Groot Rift. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. This Loki card comes from the Loki Rift. And that's actually probably one of the better free-to-play grindable cards. So if you're not looking to spend a lot of money and you just kind of want to get some good cards, that's a good one to go for. Let's see what else we got popping. I don't remember where all the cards come from, so y'all have to forgive me for having to look through this real slow. Yondu, Mary Poppins Rift, gives you that Star-Lord card. It's another decent free-to-play early card. Scroll on down. This X-Men card right here comes from Angel. Anyway, alright, so the different rifts give you different cards. So just know if you're looking for it. Right now, I'm just looking for any kind of card. Just level stuff up. So now you see I done turned white. So this is 36. And again, it takes 6 cards to make a next one. So 36 white cards will give me 6 of the green cards. That's what it tells you right there. 48,000 gold. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Boom. Now I got 6 blue, 6 green. So now when I come in and see how it says I got 0 white, because I didn't use them all to do what I need to do. So what I'm going to do here is show you how to lock cards. So if you're working on a card collection, which I'd advise doing, but don't kill yourself early on. Get your cards set up and then work on your sets. Again, my cards aren't great, but they're decent enough. I need to get my cooldown up. That's when you're working on your collections, when you want to lock it. Alright, so when you lock a card, dang it. Alright, so I'm going to come up here to this Ant-Man and the Wasp. Over here on the right side, you got Mind Resist, Ignore Defense. Down at the bottom it says Upgrade, Quick Upgrade, and it's got a lock. And it says Equip. Hit that little lock. So it'll ask you, do you want to lock it? You say, okay. You can lock cards, you can lock ISOs, you can lock Uru, and you can lock custom gears. Lock whichever ones you want to keep. So what that'll do is keep it from being automatically used when you do like an auto upgrade. So I'm gonna come over here to upgrade all, just like I did a minute ago. Now, before I locked that card, it said I had 12. So now you see I only have 11. So again, you need 6 to make 1. So this is only gonna give me 1 blue card. Alright, so then when I come back to it, it says I got 5. Now come in here, you can look the second Ant-Man and the Wasp card in the top left corner. You see that little yellow lock symbol? That's the card I have locked. So I'm gonna come back, and right where that lock symbol was is now unlocked. Do you want to unlock it? Yes. Well, okay. Then I'm gonna come back out, upgrade all. See, now I've got 6 cards instead of 5 because I unlocked it, so now I can use it to upgrade. That's how you save from accidentally using a card or a custom gear or an ISO or an Uru that you really wanted to use something else. You can do that to save it. All my cards are 5. So take this up. 6 blue should become 1 purple. So you just keep on going. I can't go any further because I don't have enough to do it. When it comes to these card collections, when you do get to saving them, once you get the card to 6 stars and the red stripe at the bottom, you can unlock it and then use it to re-roll. So let's say I had enough cards to take this guy right here. Are you not in a set? It wouldn't matter anyway. Usually if they're in a set, dang it. Usually when the cards are in a set, they'll show up showing you what set they're a part of. So the reason I looked kind of funny, up under the picture, which it doesn't have anything right there, it should show you what set it's out of. Just like this Uncanny Avengers, you see it showing you the set up under the picture. If the picture is grayed out, that means you do not have that card for that set yet. As you can see, a lot of these, so see, I got this Loki card already. I don't have Loki #1, which you get for Loki's Ragnarok Mythic uniform. I'm working on it, but I don't have it as of right now. Once I get that, I'll get that set bonus of Dodge. But anyway, once you lock them and you get them 6 star, once they turn 6 star, it'll light up your card collection for that 1 card. At that point, you can unlock them and you can do the little thing we did earlier with the combine. You can come in here and throw it to that card. Once it hits Mythic, it's automatically saved to your card collection. So you don't have to sit there and save every single card at 6 star. Again, you don't want to re-roll decent cards. If you got that Loki card, you know, the Loki card is actually a pretty decent card for a free-to-play, so you don't want to waste it. Maybe MODOK, like the MODOK card we was looking at, you could waste that for a re-roll. It's not really worth it. I keep losing my train of thought, y'all. I'm sorry. So make sure you're not throwing them away. So a couple big pointers I try to live by. Don't ever re-roll a card that you have equipped. And the reason I say that, hold on, let me light my cigarette. Don't start smoking. It's a nasty habit. I hate it. But anyway, if you combine this, like I have this Loki card equipped. If I was to combine and re-roll it, all my blue stats are going to change. My quality 4 may become a quality 1. An equipped card affects all of your characters. Not just one, like a custom gear or an ISO set. It doesn't affect just one character. It affects all of your characters. So if you're constantly re-rolling an equipped card, your stuff is constantly going up and down. You're constantly trying to get your skill cooldown, all this stuff. Like right now, my cards aren't where I want them to be at. I'm working on them. They are a work in progress. So I mean, even on my main, I've been playing, pushing 4 years on my main, and I'm still working on my cards because they can always be better. Once you have them equipped, you can deal with your ISOs and your Urus and your 4th gear and all that to give you what you need. If you're constantly re-rolling an equipped card, those stats are constantly changing. You're going to be wasting a lot of gold redoing your ISOs and redoing your 4th gear over and over and over again just to keep you where you need to be at. So really, it's try not ever re-roll an equipped card. Come in here just like I got these cards right here at the bottom and keep them locked and just re-roll them down here. Then once you get them where you want them at, then go equip them. That'll keep you, once you equip it, you may have to do a couple changes on some of your tunes, but it's a lot easier to do it on your tunes one time than do it every week because you're re-rolling an equipped card. Every week you re-roll, then you have to turn around and change your tunes again. Then you re-roll, have to change your tunes again. You're wasting a lot of gold doing it like that. So just lock it, get it where you want it at, then equip it. The other big important thing is to stay away from resist. If they have resist on them, do not use them. Garbage. If it has an orange stat, the whole card is going to be garbage. I don't care what you roll it to. There's been a couple times where I've seen a card, somebody had a really bad card equipped, and they rolled a card that had an orange resist, but the orange resist was the only bad stat, and it was a good quality. That would be the only time I would say equip something with resist. Only because the card he had equipped was complete garbage. Again, if you're avoiding them from the get-go, you're not having that bad. You're not having that there, as far as that resisting and bad stats. So you're not going to want to equip it anyway. Something else to point out. You see, I got a lot of level 4 quality cards right here. A level 4 quality card with no resist, in my eyes, and I'm sure some people probably don't agree with me, and some probably do. A level 4 quality card with no resist would be a lot better than a level 7 that has 2 or 3 resists. Granted, the level 7 will give you bigger percentages right here on the right side. So like your crit damage would be maxed at 11, your ignore defense would be maxed at 11. Your fire resist, I'm not even sure how high they go. I want to say like 6 point something. All that would be maxed out. But I would much rather have this level 4 card with everything at like 8-9% and no resist, all better stats, than to have a level 7 with max stats and you get 2 or 3 resist on there. I don't really know how to explain that to you, but you'd much rather have 3/4 of the stats across all your good stats than to have 100% of your stats on 1 or 2 good stats and then 100% stat on a bunch of garbage stuff like your resist. Again, resist are garbage. They sound like they'd be really awesome, but like a whole lot of stuff Netmarble does, it's a trap. Don't go for it. It's a trap. Anyway, I gotta get back to work, so I'm gonna cut this short. I actually did a pretty detailed video. I didn't plan on doing that detailed of a video tonight. If y'all can think of anything I left out, you want me to touch back when I do the more detailed video, leave a comment, and when I do the detailed video, I'll come back to it and point it out. If y'all have any questions, y'all want me to go over something in my next video, leave a comment. I'll hit it up on the next video and do that next. So before I get off, I want to give a quick shout out to X-Force Blue, Army of Light, and all the cool kids. Y'all know who y'all are. I'll talk to you later.